And 3, 2, 1.
Hi, this is Frank, along with my sidekick slash co-host slash hetero mate, life mate for life.
Heterosexual pod mate for life.
Yeah.
Tony!
Fuck that one up, but we made it work.
Whatever, man. At least we got our pop filters on right this episode.
Yeah. So we are the completely inappropriate assholes from the Completely Inappropriate podcast.
You can find us at Instagram at CI Podcast, at Twitter at Completely Inapp with 1P. And you can email us with your completely inappropriate questions, completely inappropriate story times, or just looking for advice from a couple of completely inappropriate assholes at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com. And that takes care of our intro. So, howdy doody, Frankie Rooney.
Hey.
How are you doing since about 10 minutes ago when we stopped the last pod?
No. Okay, I guess. Something else has changed.
Yeah, you feeling good? Feeling like the pop filter is gonna stay there?
Yeah, hopefully it stays.
Yeah, let's keep it, as long as we don't smack it around like I was smacking them around earlier.
Yeah, because the natural way to fucking have a conversation is to fucking see the other person in the eye, fucking be face to face, right? So then my body naturally fucking sways over this way, right? So then it's gonna be. I
only look you in the eyes if I'm balls deep.
So yeah,
naturally I know the color of your eyes quite well.
Oh, isn't it a very common color of the eyes?
Just like in bed, I'll just tell you to shh.
Oh, so let me just let it happen. Okay.
All right. So we were talking about Epstein last episode. We got a little into the Clinton crap. This time I want to talk about. We were talking about Saudi Arabian princes also going there. So I'm curious as to is there a reason that my mind immediately goes to like Persian and Saudi Arabian princes going there? Is it my fault if there's a stigma attached to these kind of fucking people that just are all blinged out and have a harem of women that they just automatically would be interested in going to this pedo island? Is that Pedo Island, by the way, or is that a separate place?
Was it? That probably was. I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know, man. There's all these stereotypes that go on with rich white man, rich oil barons and whatnot on this side too. So, what about like the stereotypes that go on with the Hispanic community? Like, you go to Home Depot, you're gonna see a bunch of wetbacks out back that you could hire for $20 for the day to put up your drywall or some shit like that.
That only happens in LA, I think.
Does it? See, that's what I'm saying. Because here we just know our cousin Pablo will do it for like $10.99 an hour.
Do it for a fucking 12-pack.
But then you gotta pay for the materials, and then it takes him 5 weeks to actually get the material because nombre, compa, I got a friend that'll have it for like half the price in 2 months. And then you gotta wait 2 months. And that's just how that shit goes, man.
Yeah.
So do these stereotypes exist for a reason, or is it just us being racist?
Oh, there's some truth to fucking every stereotype. Now, saying there is some truth doesn't mean that it's 100% accurate. You know, there's...
Like, not all black guys can't swim?
Yeah, like fucking...
But the truth that comes into that is that science dictates, which some people don't like science, right? But it does say that there's a higher percentage of African Americans with a higher bone density that allows them to not float as well as other ethnicities. Were you aware of that?
No.
Yeah, no. That's where the idea comes from, that some African American people with darker skin tones, percentage-wise, have a higher percentage of like a higher bone density. So they are literally heavier and harder to float in the water. So there's some scientific basis as for the whole, non-swimming African American. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find the proper way to say that, but this is just what I heard, people. We are not experts. We are completely inappropriate with the shit that we talk about because we just regurgitate the half-assed information we fucking take in.
What I learned in the military was fucking if a black man can swim, he cannot shoot. If a black man can shoot, he cannot swim. So if you're a black person,
I'd have to say that for because I can swim pretty well. I can't shoot for shit unless it's a shotgun. I don't mess with it when we're bird hunting. But I can't, like a handgun, A rifle and a shotgun I'm aces with, but you give me a handgun and I'm all over the place.
Yeah, well, it's on your.
But I swim real good.
Steady, you know, you fucking.
But you know, yeah. I'll go buy a pistol so you can go teach me how to shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, would you? Are you legally allowed to do that?
Only if my probation officer isn't listening.
No, are you not allowed to be like around firearms?
No. That apparently I can do competition, but it has to be fucking with pellets.
Airsoft
And fucking all that other.
Which makes no sense because some of those are just as powerful. Those things are insane. They're as good as 22s.
Yeah, and I can own knives, you know, because fucking.
Can you own a police baton? Because I know I can't. I can't go in public with a police baton. Why? It's still because Texas made it legal to carry a hatchet, machete, a sword, cane. You can walk around with all of these things, but you can't walk around with blunt instruments for bludgeoning.
Why? I can.
It goes back to the Rodney King incidents of the 90s.
Which again didn't happen here. That was in LA.
I know. But it goes back to like that kind of era where riots on the streets were happening all the time because of that. Like it happened in Houston and Dallas after that, you know, smaller riots. So apparently it's just one of those loophole laws that didn't get amended with the last law allowing switchblades and whatnot.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
You can bludgeon anyone with.
Yeah, but
anything.
no, like okay, so I'm a runner, or I was a runner, and I would go out and get chased by dogs all the time. So I wanted to carry a police baton. I found out I can't carry one, and in fact, at Academy, the sports store, I ended up finding essentially a aluminum baseball bat, which also you can't run with an aluminum baseball bat either. I couldn't just run outside with a bat.
What was it gonna look like? A fucking guy, shirtless, running towards you with a fucking bat.
I didn't always run shirtless, but it is 95 degrees here 9 times out of 10. So forgive me if I whip off my outer layer at a time or two. So the bat I ended up purchasing ended up having to have a flashlight built into it. So it was it was a flashlight primarily that could also be used as a bludgeoning device. But as far as running with solely a bludgeoning device, it's still illegal in the state of Texas. Like you still can't have those little monkey paw keychains, like a little ball bearing that's wrapped in leather or cording.
But truckers can have their mini fucking baseball bats that they use to check the fucking tires.
No, they can't. Oh, if it's a tool, I guess maybe, but I don't think that's legal. I don't think that's legal either, though. They can legally carry a shotgun to protect themselves with. In Texas, I don't think they can have a bludgeoning device like that in their vehicle for that.
So how are they going to check the tires? They can't just go to Walmart.
No, but if you were to get pulled over with a dented up baseball bat in the back and it was obvious that it was used as a weapon and not as a baseball tool, then they could arrest you for having a weapon in your vehicle, I think.
But that's so stupid, though.
Yeah, well, a lot of laws are just carried over. Like, it made sense at the time that it was enacted because people were walking around fucking just always ready to riot, you know, against the cops, which is kind of happening nowadays, but, you know, you can't roll back laws that you already let go. But that just happened to be one that fell through the cracks.
So I can walk around with a fucking cinder block, no problem, right? That's not illegal, because I can bludgeon someone with a fucking cinder block.
Yeah, I think it's the baton. Like, it has to be obviously just a weapon for bludgeoning. You can't walk with that.
Huh.
So if you're running down the street and not going to a baseball game, you don't carry a bat with you.
Why would you carry a bat to? I guess if you're playing,
but
if
you're playing.
You know, if you're fucking.
Well, but I don't know. I just say shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How did we get back on? So bad from the bludgeoning devices. So.
Yeah, the stigmas like.
So there's another stigma there. You see a black kid walking down with a backpack and a baseball bat in his hand. You know, you might think, you know, the cops might want to pull him over to see what the fuck he's doing, and it turns out he's got a glove and fucking outfit in his backpack. So what do you get when you got a white guy walking down the street with a baseball bat? Just assume he's going to go play baseball because he's white.
Well,
is baseball a white sport?
It's America's pastime,
right? So we get. I mean, ever since Jackie Robinson, right? I guess we started.
Yeah.
But it's all an everyman sport.
Yeah, if you watch fucking baseball, you know that it's it's about 70-80% fucking Latino.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, homies, we got one. Woo! America's pastime is Hispanics' life. That's awesome. Great. Cool. That makes me feel cool. That's so dumb. Hey man, we got one. And it's not just soccer. You know?
Well, here in America, fucking the stigma is that fucking soccer's for the ladies. It's for girls.
Well, because of Women's Cup. I mean, the U.S. men's team has always been shit, hasn't it?
That's why.
Do we really have this water cup just sitting there? In the
Yeah. I mean,
professional level, man.
Yeah. Hey, Game of Thrones, they had their fucking Starbucks coffee.
Which didn't actually end up being a Starbucks cup.
Oh.
No, it was some other cup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it worked out for Starbucks for sure.
Yeah,
that was free advertising. That was some expensive ass free advertising for fucking like 2 weeks or something. That was on every social media page, every news outlet, and on the most popular show of the fucking year.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
But then the fucking stigma is like fucking. When I was in the military, I was on ship, fucking outside taking some sun or whatever. I don't know. But we were fucking topside, and my corpsman, who was fucking Filipino, was telling me, he's like, you know, if you're a Filipino in the Navy, you're a corpsman. And I'm like, well, that's just fucking racist. I'm like, there's no fucking
what does that mean though? What's a corpsman?
A corpsman is a Navy medic. And
oh, okay, so the Asian persuasion.
Pacific Islanders.
Oh, Pacific. Okay, so the
Pacific
Pacific Islanders in particular tended to drift more towards the medic.
Yeah,
field.
and I was like, no bullshit. Look at the fucking other
Well, it's like Asians that come to America tend to go towards the medical field or the mathematics field. It's not necessarily because their aptitude for it is higher. It's mostly because of
their upbringing.
Their upbringing and the pressures from the parental units, the ones that say, don't go out and be a musician, study something that's going to end up making you, that's more steady a job. Like nursing, you see a lot of Asian Americans, Asians in general, just going out for nursing degrees because it's a subject that any smart parent would recommend to their kid. Dental associates, all that shit, because they're simpler degrees. They don't require as much investment as like a full doctorate, but they're every bit as secure and every bit as respectable, I guess, in communities, because you get insurance and all this shit, like the benefits. It's just a common sense kind of thing. It's just Asians and certain ethnicities tend to be a bit more strict in their household, like rather than like Hispanics of nowadays, where they're a lot more lenient with their kids and they let them go out and take a year off. And
that's our generation.
No. Yeah, it's our generation.
We're fucking pretty.
It's the generation removed away from the generation that immigrated to the United States. We're homogenized. We're just more homogenized than the latest immigrant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now we're having all these people from South America come in, Ecuador and all that, for all the stuff that they're coming in here at the border. And as soon as the Filipinos and the Asians all have their next generation come in that are all homogenized and no longer thinking like old world, quote unquote, old world mentality, it's going to happen the same way to this new wave of immigrants that are coming in from South America, rather than Mexico, because we know that they're not the Mexicans that are coming over right now. It's the people from South America that are coming through Mexico because of the loopholes that we have in place right now for them to be allowed to do that.
They caught Nigerians fucking a few miles from here.
They catch everybody.
Some time ago. I think it was like 4 months ago.
I say caught them. What did they do? Like they
were crossing illegally.
Oh, okay. They just found. Yeah, just that's what we're saying though. They come from all over the place through Mexico because of the sanctions that we don't have on immigration here for Mexico, and it sucks because we have family directly that came over from Mexico, and that's the reason we have the life here. But they didn't do anything illegal to do it, really.
Imagine that, crossing the ocean to fucking trek a few fucking 1,000 miles to fucking go across the border, like, or fucking walk across a river, like.
Right, but you know, when we were fighting slavery here during the Revolutionary War, we didn't up and leave. We pulled up arms and fought against our own goddamn government and fought against our own damn people to battle it out within. We didn't make it a whole other country's problem when we couldn't figure out our own shit. No country in history has ever done that. Like, we always end up having civil wars in all of these places. And the United States is doing it through government and politics right now, but all these other places are just killing and driving out other people. But these other people don't want to come over and work within our society. They're using us as a way to get money and then send it back to their families and then eventually go back to their families when things have calmed down. Like, that's at least what I've been seeing in the news and what I feel is being reported is it's not the majority that are coming over as refugees in order to make a better life here. They're coming over as temporary refugees until they can get money and things settle down in their own country. Because everybody talks about wanting to go back. Like, well, if you want to go back, then why do you need citizenship here? Like, get a temporary visa status, work for a couple of years, and go back.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know shit about immigration. This is all just fucking me rambling on about something I don't know about.
About the immigration coming from fucking stigmas and stereotypes.
Well,
yeah. Fucking Filipinos in the fucking Navy. Yeah, they're all fucking. They're all fucking.
But that's where these
medics.
stereotypes come from, man.
And
It's
then,
people in bad situations that come over, and it's one group of people that end up making people like me or other people sound racist because they're concerned about their own country and the effects that it's having on our own economic status. You know, I'm all for immigration. I love immigration. I just want it to be done safely and legally, not where you're having kids and families cross hundreds of miles over. And the problem is that they're families because there's this loop. Yeah, they're quote-unquote families because they think that, or they know that if you come over as a family and you separate the family into two groups, the mother over here and the kid and then the father and the son over there, it causes a lot of problems for us to actually figure out who's with who, what's with what, and they get to stay in the United States longer. But what we're actually seeing, there's proof of this, because our immigration officials are seeing the same kids coming across the border with different parents. Like people that are yeah, and sometimes the other way around. There's a parent, there's the coyotes or whatever that are coming and bringing 2-3 kids at a time to places over here, and then the parents get sent, the quote-unquote parents that get sent back, or they literally send the kid back on purpose to go back with the tia so that they could send the next cousin over as her daddy. Yeah. Like, so they're not doing it the right way. It's all subterfuge.
They're playing the system.
Everybody's playing the system. And what else are we supposed to do but harsh? Not hard. When you say harsher, it sounds harsh, right? Yeah. But that's what it is. It's more intense sanctions.
Just tightening it up.
You have to tighten it up, especially when there's an influx that there has been. And it's only because we've put the word out that people are getting sent back that it's gotten a lot less flow into the United States.
It was even on CNN. Chris Cuomo fucking was down here. Interviewed the fucking captured fucking illegal immigrant, and he was saying, the immigrant was saying that fucking, yeah, we're bringing kids so we can stay here, and Chris Cuomo was like, well, who the fuck told you that? And the guy was like, yeah, well, that's what they're saying back home. As long as you have kids, you'll stay.
You stay longer.
Yeah.
And you get more of a chance of beating the system because there's more people that are going to get compound and bottleneck that system, so you end up staying longer and longer and hope that you fall through the cracks and they forget about that one guy named Eduardo Ernesto Octavio de los Sanchez, because there's 3 of them that came in the last 3 months, so we don't know which one we already took care of. Oh, we took them all care of, don't worry about it. Get one in free, you know? 2 out, 1 in.
Speaking of Chris
2 in the pink,
Cuomo,
1 in the stink.
Fucking, you know the guy fucking dubbed himself fucking Fredo, like back in 2000.
He called himself Fredo?
Yeah, like back in 2007.
I have no idea what this Cuomo thing is, but I heard that whole little rant that he went on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the N-word of Italian. How you gonna let people call me Fredo? You can't call me Fredo. That is a slur.
And I'm like, how the fuck?
No, that's like somebody calling me Pedro, like vote for Pedro over here. Like, yeah, it's kind of racist, but in the end, it's also funny, dude. It's just a reference.
Yeah, but how's it fucking racist when you yourself fucking dubbed yourself that?
Oh, and what is he? Is he Democrat or Republican? Who is he? What
He's
who is
a
this
fucking
guy?
news anchor for CNN.
For CNN, so he's Republican.
He's CNN, that's Democratic. Clinton News
Is it?
Network.
I never got it.
He's
I
the
never
one-
understood which is which. You know why? Because they're both just spewing the same
Yeah.
shit in one extreme or the other. I can't do it.
He was the one that said.
I like the
fucking-
new paper. The new paper is that source that I was.
He
reading
was
from.
the one that said we couldn't
From
help
those
Hillary anymore. We've given her a shit ton of fucking free advertisement, whatever. He said that on air. But
I mean, everybody gets free advertisement when you're running for the presidency.
yeah, and then when and that's why I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna get fucking offended over something that you called yourself? And you know, I'm like, so what if they called you fucking Fredo? That's what you called yourself. And like, so what if they call you fucking Spick, Beaner, whatever? I'm like, fucking.
Frank's losing my interest in this conversation.
No, I'm like, what am I doing? I can't fucking.
You can't watch me do something and continue
talk.
this frame of thought at the same
Yeah,
time.
I'm like, god damn it, these fucking pills, man. It's the fucking pills.
What are you on?
I'm on.
What do you want to
some
share with the
fucking
family?
Shit. I'm on.
You on a new batch?
No, it's the same batch. It's
Off racism and onto.
I'm finally getting fucking ibuprofen. I'm gonna be
That's
getting that
terrible
in the
for you.
mail
Why are you doing
fucking,
ibuprofen?
next week.
For what?
My pains, my back and my fucking joints and all that shit. And
CBD. That's CBD, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
Where's
yeah,
this pain
yeah,
coming
yeah.
from?
from the bones.
Bones.
Yeah.
You're not taking care of yourself. Yeah, ibuprofen's terrible for you, man. That'll wreck your liver. You don't want to do ibuprofen every
Well,
day.
apparently my liver is fucking pristine condition.
Is it?
Yeah,
Your liver or
I'm
your
like,
kidneys?
no, my
You check
both.
your kidneys?
And
Your internal
fucking-
organs?
Yeah,
are all
and I'm
fat-
like,
as opposed to your external organs. Well, I guess there are your ears, your nose, your mouth.
Yeah,
I guess
probably.
those are external.
and
Anyway.
what happened? No, yeah, and then I was
Medic.
I'm like,
Filipino
that's
medic.
fucking surprising because I was a heavy drinker for 8 years.
Really? Only 8?
Yeah.
Wow, I did 7. Woohoo! In and out. In and out.
like the burger place.
Dirty, dirty. Dirty in, dirty out. Get it now with a slurper derpy. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
but I'm on.
I've never been in and out. Is that a good place? Have you ever been?
It tastes like the water.
Did you go to
It-
California for
yeah,
some reason?
it tastes like the burgers in fucking Reynosa, so it's no big deal for me.
Oh, we're still talking. Well, let's get back to Stigmas. So you were in this armed service. Where did you go? Where were you located at different times? Do you have a list?
I was stationed in San Diego. It's between San Diego and LA, but yeah, fucking.
Anywhere else?
And I was stationed in Camp Pendleton, but I was.
For how long?
deployed-
Hold on. And one question at a time.
Okay,
How long were you there?
4 years.
And was that the whole stay that you had?
No,
it was
I
all there?
got
Where else did you go?
deployed.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Where did you go? We're not gonna get too deep into it. I just want to know locations first.
I went to Iraq back in 2006 to 2007.
So a year in Iraq, 4 years at Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, and within those 4 years, so it was from 2005 to 2009.
That was your base.
Yeah.
And then you got deployed to
To
Iraq.
Iraq, fucking 06 to 07.
Okay.
And then it came back and got tossed to a different fucking unit within the same fucking, or a different company within the same unit.
Mhm.
And then after I did a whole fucking year of training with them, I got thrown to another unit, which was where I met fucking
Brian
Captain
Chantal.
Yeah. Or Major.
You're a
Chantal.
major now, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's probably gonna have me push fucking. How many is that? Fuck, I know it's more than 50 now.
Yeah, you're stacking those up because we didn't know anything about who the. Yes, yeah. Guy's got a Wikipedia page of his own, and we didn't think to fucking write anything down about him. Hell of a nice guy, though. I
Yeah.
listened to a couple of his podcasts. Holy shit, dude! Like kismet kind of mentality as far as where he's at. Like I had no qualms with anything that guy said. He's a very well read and well thought out individual.
Yeah, he's
got
super
a
relaxed.
great podcast. That Butterfly, what is it?
Crooked Butterfly.
Crooked Butterfly podcast, insanely good. I need to get back to listening to it though. Joe Rogan's been monopolizing my time lately. I can't listen to too many podcasts because I put ourselves in comparison with them, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta make more of those types of nah, fuck that. It's us.
Yeah,
Let's
just fucking let it flow naturally.
let it be.
Like how we were supposed to talk about fucking stigmas and shit, and now we're talking
still
about
going,
me.
No, we're still going on stigmas.
and
Well,
then-
the reason I was talking about you was because I was wondering what kind of stigmas have you realized were from like in Iraq? Did you have any interaction with people socially or
Yeah.
you know on a regular basis?
Yeah,
in
our
Iraq?
hearts and minds was one thing we were fucking working on. You know, gaining the trust of the fucking people
So
in the
was
villages and shit.
okay. So yeah. So what do you think are some stigmas that we put on them that weren't true and some that were?
Well, first of all, that fucking everyone over there is crazy. No, they're not crazy. They're fucking pretty
I don't
normal,
know
pretty
people. What do you
fucking-
mean crazy? I don't
No,
think
no,
that's
like, I was-
like oh you mean that like everybody there wants to kill Americans
Yeah.
and as terrorists? And
Yeah, when it was
as,
completely the
extremists?
opposite. Like they were fucking courteous to us, and they were.
Well, wasn't it
fucking-
just back in the 70s where like it was like a hippie like everybody was real like the women weren't always in hijabs and could be open faced and wear makeup and they had denim jeans going on. It was real
Some
like
shit.
Russia. Oh, you know, back in the
And then fucking
30s.
Saddam took over.
Yeah, and then
I remember
Saddam took
hearing
over, and then all of a
something
sudden,
about
yeah, because I saw like there was a magazine that was from the 70s, like Times or something, and they had beautiful pictures of people, and it didn't look any different than LA. But you know, it's around the same era. It was kind of crazy to see in 20 years it go from colorful, bright, you know, very Americanized kind of styles back to old world traditional, you know.
Yeah.
The way it was. So was that something that you witnessed there? Is that everything is as far as being covered up goes? Like was that the norm where you were at?
Yeah. Yeah, the ladies were covered up. There was this one lady, I'll never forget her. She fucking I almost got married in Iraq.
Did you?
Almost.
I've never known a man to join the army and not or any form of armed service and not come back either with a kid or married.
This lady, from what I
Grandpa, my
remember,
uncle, you.
wasn't fucking covered up like fucking traditionally. She was wearing jeans and the fucking mom shirt. I don't know what to call it.
And this was 06, 07, and this was still,
Yeah.
that wasn't too big of a deal there? Or was this around the base that was kind
No,
of
this was
protected by...
out in the fucking village. So yeah, we go.
So
to
what
this-
explains that then? So then it wasn't everybody was all covered up then?
Yeah, no,
You're
not
saying
everyone.
she wasn't.
She wasn't. And
So there were some cultural breakings.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
norm.
maybe she was. I'm just remembering her different.
I know. I don't want you to
but-
get too bogged down in some painful memories, brother.
Yeah.
I want let's stick to the topic.
Fucking details.
You want to? You want to get into it? Let's
No, wait. Let me tell the fucking story. Because people are like, wait, go back to fucking. You almost getting married.
So Frank, you almost got married in Iraq.
Yeah, we go to this house. It was a fucking night raid, I guess. We were looking for a fucking place to settle down. You know.
Is that how you do it? You just go in and kind of take a place?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of rough if you're trying to...
That's why hearts and minds,
Get
so
the hearts
that
and minds.
fucking people can. You have that rapport, and they're like, yeah, fucking, you can stay over. Fucking, I'll
okay.
just go
So it's-
fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, quartering.
Yeah.
Like
And,
we did in the Civil War. Back to the Civil War. That's the
Yeah.
exact same thing the United States did for their own people. And even for the opposing army, if you were in the South and the North
Well,
came
the-
and they were in control of your territory, you either gave them full reign of your property or they kind of took it by force. So it's kind of hard to say.
The Revolutionary War, you had to quarter the king's fucking men.
Mm-hmm. And that's essentially what it is whenever you have any war. If you're in charge of that territory, you kind of have the right to, who's going to argue with you other than
Yeah.
part of people?
So then we go into this house, and then my platoon sergeant sends up like us. Fucking, we're searching the house. Fucking, my platoon sergeant sends a fire team up there, to the roof to check it out, see if there's fucking 360 security, if we can fucking actually use the place.
Right.
And
Yeah, you can't be in a place where you have a blind spot. in any regard.
Yeah, and so fucking we're checking the place out, and this lady, real fucking courteous, she's like, oh yeah, I'll fucking show you. She opens up cabinets, she fucking all this other shit, and one of the procedures is that you consolidate the entire family into one room, usually the living room or just somewhere fucking, you know, the center of the house. And after that, this lady was like,
And this might sound a little rough, but in the end, you're in foreign territory. You don't know who's, you know, with you and who's against you in the situation. You just have, it's just security.
Because we're not fighting a fucking uniformed fucking enemy.
Yeah, it's not like you have anybody, you know, within reach that can come and bail you out of a situation if shit goes bad in the next 5 seconds. You just have to cover yourself.
Yeah, and what happened? So yeah, so this lady was like, Mexique, because Mexique is Mexican in fucking Arab.
So she recognized your
like for some reason they would see me and they were like, Mexique.
I would have thought they thought you were just one of them, just if you stayed quiet long enough.
No, so then she fucking lured me over, I guess. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
so fuck you guys who say that I'm fucking. Oh, are you from the Middle East? People think that I'm from like Jordan and fucking Iraq sometimes, especially when I grow my beard out. I've gotten some racist ass comments. There was this one time I went to Walmart. No, I went to HEB and I was in line and it was like the 4th of July and I knew I looked kind of not this ethnicity. But when I walked through, this dude was mad dogging me the whole way through the line, and it was like in the heyday of like Middle Eastern like hate in the area. So I get through the line, and as I'm walking away, I'm just smiling and saying, yes sir. He's still mad dogging me the whole time. And he says, hey, you know, God bless America. As I'm walking out, I was like, yeah, God bless everyone. And I walked out, and it took me a minute to realize, I think that guy thought I was like a Muslim, and he was just being really, really racist. I was like, it was a real.
And when you're blinded by rage, you fucking, that's all you see.
Yeah, and then like a couple months later, I was out for a run, and I ended up getting pulled over by like 4 cops.
What?
Yeah, and because I was running without a shirt, as you said. It was 95 degrees. I was running without a shirt, and you know, I've got some tattoos, but I had my full beard, and my long hair was halfway decent. And they told me to get on my knees and told me that there was a robbery in the area and shit. So like, there's stigmas based on just how people look, man. And I just have that, you know, because I'm lanky, I guess I look like a crackhead. I just run a lot, motherfuckers.
Maybe, I don't know.
I smoke no crack, I run them miles.
Maybe you have some fucking Arab, some Persian in you.
Yeah, but I've got to do that fucking 23andMe. But no, it's all that Spanish blood, that Eastern Europe.
Yeah, because the Muslim conquest was fucking Muhammad rose to power, or whatever.
Well,
he conquered from fucking Persia or from the Middle East all the way to fucking.
Well, yeah, and I have a lot of like Mexican, American, Native American blood in me too. So I'm just an amalgamation of. I'm a mutt.
Yeah.
I'm a mutton.
You're darker than me, I realize.
I used to be a lot darker.
See?
Oh man! So I have this weird thought about. Wait, let's get back to your story though. So that went off in a tangent. I might cut that out and leave it for just the video. So you've got these people all in the middle of the room. This family in the middle of the room. They
she's
let
all
you
fucking...
in. They're cool with you guys.
Yeah,
this has all been settled.
And yeah. The fucking fire team's still checking out.
No trouble in this
roof, right?
No.
Everything's smooth. And fucking, she has her girls lined up against the wall.
Daughters.
Yeah, her daughters. One was, I think the oldest was 16, and there was 3 of them, and the youngest was probably, I don't know, 12, 13, I don't know. But she was fucking doing this, motioning kind of like fucking, look, these are my daughters. And it dawned on me, she's like, oh, she wants me to pick one.
Take her back to America. They want an out as much as anybody else.
Yeah, and I'm like, we're leaving. Because by then, fucking...
How old are you?
I was 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then by
she's
then...
offering you the 16-year-old.
She's offering me fucking choose fucking whichever one you want.
Bitch, who you think you is, Epstein? I ain't no Clinton.
Bye. And then by then...
Alicia. But you almost got married? Wait, hold on. I'm worried about where this
conversation
started.
By then, fucking the fire team that was on the roof that came down and they're like, hey, Staff Sergeant, we can't stay here. Fucking the roof is shit. Right? There's no cover on the roof. I'm like, okay, well, let's go to the fucking next one. And they start filing it out, fucking squad by squad.
How many squads? And how many to a squad?
It was 4 squads for 1 platoon.
4 squads, 1 platoon. How many men to a squad?
It's 3 fire teams per fucking squad, plus the corpsman, and each fire team is 4 people.
And corpsman?
And the corpsman is just an attachment. He's part of the squad.
Like, so he's a single. So 5 to
yeah,
a squad. So
he
you
floats
talk
around
10, 15,
because
so 20 people. Damn, that's a heavy ass fucking.
I think it's 31.
Oh, okay, my math is off.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going based on numbers you give me.
But I don't remember if it was the entire platoon or just fucking 2 squads.
Right, but it's a number of people. So, so you see these people filing out.
Yeah, they're filing out, and my fire team is the last one. Go fucking figure. And the fucking ladies over here like fucking hurry up and choose. Fucking whichever one you want. I'm like, nah, lady, no, I'm cool.
Come play that.
And then fucking so then finally my fire team is fucking heading out the door. And I'm leaving, and my lieutenant, the leader's always the last one to fucking last one out the door. Mm-hmm. My lieutenant fucking sees that this chick just fucking comes at me.
Oh shit!
She's like fucking no.
Oh no, right? Bueno.
And then I'm like, oh fuck! So then I just fucking head out the door, but before that, I see my fucking lieutenant just fucking bear hug this chick.
Grab her around the waist or the arms.
Yeah, just fucking to hold her arms down, and he's like, no ma'am, no, we're leaving.
Calm down,
fucking, whatever the fuck.
Trying to calm her down.
So then I just bolt, and then the guy comes out, and I'm like, fuck. So then we're around the fucking neighborhood, around the village, fucking checking out these fucking houses till finally we fucking settle for one. And my fire team was the last one on watch. Mm-hmm. So, I'm up there when it's dark, and then the sun comes up, and all this shit. And there's these kids fucking playing around. I was checking out the...
Fucking children.
Yeah, the backyard of the place. Or face towards the fucking backyard. So I had all the backside of the fucking house. They were playing around, fucking whatever. And then fucking this chick comes out, I guess fucking she was doing laundry. I don't know. Comes back in, and guess who comes out?
No.
The fucking lady comes out.
Oh, the mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, Mexican, fucking...
Still calling you?
Yeah. From fucking, she was looking at the roof, fucking yelling, motioning, fucking to the roof. Mexican. And I'm like, no ma'am, no. And I'm like, hey man, you want to switch? Yeah. I'm like, god damn.
Oh man.
I don't think anyone in my fucking squad, especially the fire team, remembers that because fucking I was so under the radar.
Well, and it's such a random occurrence too.
Yeah.
To you, it lasted forever. To them, it was just a couple seconds.
Yeah, like, I remember it because like what the fuck? I'm not gonna choose a fucking.
So why do you think she was concerned with you? Because were you the only Mexican on your squad? What's the deal here?
No, but
were you the cutest, the one that matched her height the most? Why you? Why are you so special?
I don't know. Maybe I have this aura of fucking genuine
sentimentality.
fucking I don't know. But she wanted me of all people, and I'm like, lady, I'm fucking leaving.
I don't have a choice. I'd stay if I could.
Oh.
Wow, man, that's intense. So there's a lot of shit. Who needs a completely inappropriate story time of the week of Wednesday when we got a story like that? We'll just leave that up as Frank's story time.
And then I went into Iraq with the
memories from the Marines.
With the stereotype or stigma, whatever you want to call it, that fucking Arabia has the most fucking beautiful women.
Oh.
And fucking then afterwards I realized I'm like, no, it's the fucking Persians. So I've been fucking wanting a fucking Persian princess, but where am I gonna find one here?
Aren't they the most sexual Persians? Like, weren't they like one of the most sexually promiscuous and open? I think they were the first to like openly have like homosexuality in their ranks.
Yeah, but then also I did some digging too, and I'm like, oh, the Armenian ladies.
Oh.
God damn. So.
Long story short, everybody's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You hear, I mean, I hear country songs about people from Abilene being the most beautiful women they ever seen.
Yeah, it's just certain features that you find attractive that are mostly found fucking in this ethnicity or the other,
Yeah, because those Russian women, I tell you, there's some lookers, but then you got some Russian women that are some runaway from us. There's just some big old, beautiful women. Big, beautiful women. BBW. Yeah. Like Drake likes them.
Is that where it came from?
I like my woman BBW.
BBW came from.
No, that's a very old reference.
Oh.
I used to think it was big black women when I was watching porn back when I was a teenager. Apparently, big beautiful women or beautiful busty
Big beautiful women. I had no idea.
Porn searches confuse me.
I had no idea what fucking BBC was. I was like, oh,
Big
you
black
mean the
cock.
fucking
Why did I know
channel?
that right away? Oh, that's what I should have gone to, right?
Yeah,
Oh, man,
and
that says
so
a
then
lot
I was
about me.
actually on fucking Craigslist, you know, because I was on a dry spell, and actually replied to one of them saying, "What's BBC?" I know you don't mean the fucking British network. Got no reply. And then I fucking Googled, I'm like, oh, big black cock.
You know what I'm bothered by? I was sorry, because you mentioned BBC. I listen to the World News Network occasionally.
Yeah.
It is so one-sided, man. They really don't like Trump over in the BBC.
I'm telling you, man.
And I get it. Like, I get it. It's not that I disagree. I just don't understand why we can't just give information and leave the opinions on the sidelines. Like, it used to be a whole segment in the newspaper where it was the opinion section. Like, we knew it was the hardcore opinions at the letter, at the newspaper. But everything else was supposed to be just factual, man. And now you've got little comments thrown into every article. Every time anybody else is mentioned, you got to throw in an opinion statement. It's not an opinion piece, but you throw in a little opinionated statement into these non-opinion.
Yeah, and people can't tell the fucking difference. Like, fucking people like fucking shows like fucking Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, fucking Sean Hannity, fucking Chris Tucker. Tucker Carlson, fucking those are fucking opinions.
I'm so happy you watch this shit because I start watching it and it depresses the fuck out of me. If I start watching the news the way you watch the news, I'd be on the same medications you're on. You gotta get away from that shit, but then we'd have nothing to talk about here.
Well, I watch them on fucking YouTube. That way I can fucking get just 10-minute clips.
That's what I did with. I could only handle the 2-minute clip of.
Epstein's
Epstein.
fucking
Yeah.
child trafficking.
I tried doing a 20-minute one, and within 10 minutes, I was like, "This gets dark so fast." I couldn't do it. I was like, "It'll be a better show if I learn on live with Mr. Frankie Frank."
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's.
I guess we're skipping story time. Sorry, person.
Yeah, no
that wrote
story time here on Wednesday.
to us.
How are we at 42 minutes already?
Oh,
Holy-
you're rambling, and I never got into fucking.
I rambled.
Like
you've been
fucking.
rambling.
Yeah, my corpsman was telling me, hey, if you're a fucking Filipino
still
and you're
living.
in the Navy,
We're
fucking,
still living. We
you're-
haven't
you're
finished.
fucking-
We got a good 10 minutes to go. Calm
You're a
down.
fucking corpsman, and I'm like, that's fucking racist because we had in our unit we had 2 fucking or 3 fucking.
Medics.
I think it was like 4 Mexican fucking or Hispanic fucking corpsmen, and like 2 of them were white, and then the Filipino guy, and
One Filipino in the whole.
yeah. Or from the medics.
Yeah, in that whole section, there was only
Yeah.
one Filipino, and he's saying that.
Actually, no.
But how many other Filipinos were there on the?
4.
But
Oh yeah, the whole unit.
but
yeah.
in the whole unit, in
Yeah.
like not just the men, everybody in the whole whatever the hell you want to call it or y'all call it. How many were Filipinos in general?
Oh, fuck, I don't know, like 6.
So a handful, and only one
Yeah.
out of the handful. So that's not even 25%. I mean,
And then
we're talking 15% of the.
yeah, so I'm over
Filipinos
here
there.
brushing off what my fucking corpsman told me, and then I think it was later that day.
Somebody else
my
said.
my platoon sergeant is all like, fucking, hey, you need to go up to fucking medical to get your fucking flu shot or whatever. I'm like,
Huh.
okay. So then I head over to fucking sick bay, which is what they call the fucking medical fucking quarters. I open the hatch, the door, I open it, and as I'm opening it, what do I see on the fucking table? Like a fucking panoramic shot.
Oh.
Fucking,
On the table?
or gathered around the table.
Oh, a handful of Filipinos.
Fucking Filipino.
Now that sounds exactly like what he was saying, but if that's just his experience because this one room is full of Filipinos, now that's sensible why his mind would go there. But isn't it also possible that if the army gets a bunch of people that are primarily their first language is this, wouldn't it make more sense to group them all together? That way they could communicate more accurately with each other in these high tense situations.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have a room full of Filipino medics in this corps, but in the next one you've got a room full of Hispanic ones because they all speak Spanish primarily.
Which is why it's important for you to speak English.
Well, their second language is always going to be English, right? That's your American soldier. You're going to speak English. I presume that that's a thing. But if you're going to have people, again, like I said, working together and having to communicate in high pressure situations, you don't want them to rely on their second language. You want them to rely on their first language. So it would make sense that you would have 3 or 4 of the same speaking language working under the same tent, just to prevent any bad communication.
Right.
It's just me breaking down what I think what I think of. I don't know. Well, I'm not in any sort of armed services. I just like to break things down.
Yeah, apparently in the military, it's illegal for you to speak any other language than English in uniform.
No kidding.
And you can be tried for fucking
treason. Whoa! Yeah. That's some news. I like it. That's cool, man. So you can't speak another language in uniform.
Unless of course,
part of the job.
You're fucking
your intelligence
yeah.
or translating or some shit like that. Oh, in which case you'd only have one translator, right? I guess it wouldn't be a group of people.
Yeah, and it's usually a fucking local or somebody within the unit that has ethnicity.
That's crazy. That's so interesting. I never thought about that. Yeah, you wouldn't want a bunch of people communicating in a different language, even if it is under tense situations. You just make sure they're trained enough to know the language they need to know. Whoa, intense, man. So, do you think there's any veracity to did that experience make you think that every medic was going to be Filipino after that? Or
well, no, I was like, I didn't want to believe it, but I'm like...
Yeah, at first you didn't want to believe it, but now,
yeah.
after this?
But I'm like, I guess, because I was dating this one chick, and I was telling her about that, and fucking, when on the drive to fucking drop her home, we started seeing fucking Filipinos everywhere. She kept pointing them out, Filipino. And I'm like, are we being racist right now? Like, no, it's the story you were telling me. Look, Filipinos.
But where were you?
Down here, this is Nuremberg.
Oh no, there's an area. Like, yeah, I was driving through there just a couple weeks ago with a friend of mine, and there was a Filipino Presbyterian specific church. Like it said it on the sign. I don't remember Presbyterian, but there was a church. But it was, it stated there at the beginning of the sign, like, Filipino, like it was designated for the, so I imagine they have, like, Filipino language-specific services for the people in that area. I can't imagine why they would have to specify an ethnicity to it. But it's not like we have, like, a random Portuguese, Brazilian church or anything, like, I know we don't have a dense population of it either, but
right.
It was just odd to me that...
The sense of community, like fucking Little Italy or Little Mexico.
Yeah, but we don't have that here. Little Mexico is the valley.
I think we do have a Little Italy somewhere around here.
We have a restaurant called Little Italy.
Oh, that's probably what it was then.
You're a fool. It's also been shut down, so I think it only lasted like 6 months. Nobody was interested. It's like a poor man's Olive Garden.
We have a shit ton of fucking Mexican restaurants down here, and they never close.
Because they're just restaurants.
No, you see Mexican food, Mexican restaurants like fucking Don Pepe's.
Yeah, but they always have like somebody's name, Roberto's or Eduardo's or Pepe's or like they're all just redundant just saying Mexican restaurant on top of that.
Or as Mexicans call them, restaurants.
You don't go to China and ask for Chinese food. It's just food.
Yeah. There was this one guy, fucking, when I was in Hong Kong, he was one of my fucking boots, one of the rookies under me. We're in Hong Kong, we're at the mall, the food court is fucking top floor, so we go to the top floor. I think it was the top floor. So we go to the top floor, and I'm over here, I'm fucking excited, I'm like, I'm gonna try authentic fucking Chinese cuisines. And this fucking asshole...
Kung Fu Panda.
Close. This fucking asshole fucking goes up to one of them. I think she was British. I don't know, but like fucking, hey, do you have any fucking other fucking Chinese foods like orange chicken? And I'm like, motherfucker.
Is that not a normal thing?
No.
Orange chicken isn't an actual thing.
Orange chicken isn't a fucking thing. So fucking Panda Express is like fucking to Chinese people is like Taco Bell to us.
Oh, that's sensible.
And I was telling him, I'm like, dude, that's fucking American. No, it's not. Panda Express. I'm like, yeah, that's Panda like Taco Bell to fucking Mexicans.
So dumb, dude.
I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Look at what they got and order from the fucking menu, dude. Order from the menu. I hate people that ask, like, do you read? Do you read? They had to have had English translations.
Yeah.
It's fucking China.
They did.
Like, they care about the English language. It's half their fucking business.
Yeah.
Man, that's intense, man. Well, shit. That was some good fucking conversation right there. Oh, before we wrap up, I wanted to talk about our hats. Are we gonna get hats in the next couple of weeks? Some t-shirts? You were even looking into t-shirts. I was thinking about t-shirts.
Yeah, I want to talk about this off mic, but I'll fucking touch that, what should be spoken off mic. But,
how are you gonna touch it?
Yeah, man, fucking, we gotta get some fucking merch going on, man, you know, kind of like spread the
just
word.
Thank yous to the people that reach out and say, hey now, we got a little something for you if you're interested, you know, rep the city, rep the set, yo.
Yeah, because we gotta get fucking word out. We get, like, yeah, we get by.
I just want a hat for me, man.
We get by with a little help from our friends, but some more help would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, you know, and plus fucking chick sees one of our shirts and like, oh, this is cute. Fucking recommend it to her friends. Like, look, it's so cute. Oh, where'd you get it?
Yeah,
and then they fight each other because they're wearing the same shirt.
We get some lids for our home. Yeah, and then we record it, throw some soap and water on it, we record it, put it up on Patreon for you guys. We'll set something up. They'll pay enough. Maybe we can pay for a fucking oil wrestling match in the front yard or something.
We're gonna have a fucking
mud wrestling kick your wife and kid out again though for that one.
Midget wrestling tournament.
My son's not gonna do midget wrestling.
No, it's fucking actual midgets.
Oh, you can't say midget.
Yes, you can.
No, you have to say like
what's his name?
Vertically challenged.
Fucking Brad Williamson. What's his name?
I don't know.
Comic. Fucking.
Oh, that dude's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sure it's okay with him saying it.
Well, he'll argue that fucking yes, we can say midget. Fucking.
One voice, you know, or a quarter
but
of a voice.
That's like the beginning of the fucking show, like, you know.
Stigmas.
Yeah, like.
What's the
so
stigma?
What if they call you a fucking midget? I'm like, are you one?
It's like somebody calling us a fucking Mexican. It's like, and then it's alright as long as you're not calling me a lazy fucking Mexican.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's racist for some reason. But I'm like, so what? You know, they're just words.
Yeah, if you're offended, it's probably because it's true and you're in regards to you. Don't be offended. Just fight back. Have some testicular fortitude and be like, yeah, hey, fuck you, you cracker.
Yeah, hey, you fucking spig. Oh, hey, you fucking cracker. My fucking military buds we're like that. Fucking sometimes. Like, hey, you fucking beaner. Hey, you fucking cracker.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some that are like not too racist to say, but everything I wanted to say right now came out just, you know, yeah, no. Blank. Anyway, so this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I don't think we have anything left. You want to wrap it up now?
Oh, well, follow us on IG with
Completely Inapp at Twitter.
Podcast.
Oh, well, yeah,
at CI Podcast. And then Twitter.
Hold on. So we're at Instagram.
At CI Podcast.
At Twitter at Completely Inapp. 1P. And our email is
Completely Inappropriate Podcast at gmail.com. It's a fucking mouthful. I was telling this chick, I'm like, yeah, it's a mouthful, isn't it? And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else was fucking taken, so I had to fucking.
We're gonna do CI Pod, all that shit.
We'll figure throw that in there.
Well, hopefully, eventually, we'll have our website up once we get more followers, more people to show that the website fees are worth paying for. We gotta get some merch on to make sure people actually have something to pay for.
Fucking pocket, man.
Oh yeah, man. I'm just funneling money at this little endeavor just for the jollies. But hell, man, it's a lot better than the stuff I used to funnel my money at, you know, before. So, fuck it. That's the CI Podcast, everybody. I'm Tony.
I'm Frank.
This is Frank. He comes from his mama, and
I like pie.
Because it's delicious. Who doesn't fucking like pie? You like pie, people. Take it easy. We'll see you next week. Bye. Say bye, Frank. Say bye.
Bye.